I've taken the Wither's strongest abilities and made them my own. Poison your enemies with Wither poison to slowly take them down. Or fire exploding Wither skulls to blast them away. You'll even be able to fly in survival mode. Just follow along with me and this power can be yours. Alright, you're going to need to get a smithing table out of the creative menu, and then we're also going to need to get a set of, sorry, can't talk today. We're going to need to get a set of iron armor. We're going to want to get a stack of netherite ingots. You don't need the full stack, it's just easier to grab, as well as at least 4 smithing templates for the silence armor tray. And we're going to hop into that smithing table, and we're going to just start off by putting them in like so, one at a time. And then you'll see I'm wearing the full set. I also have them all individually enchanted. The helmet, I'm using protection, respiration, unbreaking, and mending. Make sure you have respiration on there. Withers are immune to drowning, so with respiration you'll have a much improved breathing time underwater. You'll be able to swim for quite a bit before you have to come up for air. The chest plate is fire protection, because withers are immune to fire. I've got thorns, unbreaking, and mending. Then we're back to protection, unbreaking, and mending, and then down here, fire protection, feather falling, unbreaking, and mending. So with the ability to fly, I wanted to make sure you have feather falling so that you don't take fall damage if you let yourself fall down. Alright, because sometimes you turn off the flying and you fall down, you would still take that damage. Just make sure you don't. Now, don't worry about the weapon. That's actually going to be provided with the commands, which we are about to get into right now. So in order to get a command block, we're going to do /give @s command underscore, that's not an underscore block. And I believe mine went into, yep, I have 2 of them here. So once you get that down, once you get that into your inventory, we're gonna place it down. And I do want to say, make sure that all your arrows are pointing the way that mine are. I will go through and show you each individual command block. Just make sure it's set up the same way. So the first one here is going to be repeating, unconditional, always active. Replace item entity at a tag equals wither, slot.hotbar 0, keep, netherite sword 19999. So in order to start this up, whoever is going to have the powers, you would do tag, and then type in their name, or if it's you, just do @s, add wither, and then if you have the tag, it's going to give you the sword automatically. Now this sword is 1 hit away from breaking, and that's because we have some special effects we're going to be doing using that. Alright, so connected to that, next in line, we have a chain conditional always active command block. /execute at a tag equals wither, positioned, *3. So it's going to execute at the player with the wither tag. It's going to be you or me, whoever's using the wither ability. It's going to be positioned, *3, which is 3 blocks in front of you based on your camera view. Run effect at E, which is any entity. Tag equals !wither. That's not going to be you or me. Name equals !skull, which is going to be the name of your projectile, which we will get to later. This is just making sure not to affect that. Within a range of 3. Wither 10-2. So if you physically hit an entity with your sword, it's not you, and it's not your own projectile, entities that are right there in front of you, they're going to take wither poisoning. Alright, so here's an iron golem. I hit it, it now has wither poisoning, so it'll continuously take wither damage for over 10 seconds. Alright, so anyway, so that gives it the wither poisoning ability when you hit something with your sword and it doesn't die right away. Moving on to the next part here, I have a repeating unconditional always active command block. /execute at a tag equals wither, if entity, at E name equals netherite sword, R equals 2. So what this is going to do is this command is going to run only if it detects a netherite sword within 2 blocks of me, which is going to be specifically when I drop the sword using Q or down on the D-pad, or clicking and holding onto the inventory if you're on mobile. Then we're going to run summon armor stand skull *1 *-1. So I have the ability to poison by hitting, but if I drop the sword, it's going to summon in this armor stand that I have named skull, and that is going to be our projectile. This here, chain conditional always active, slash execute at A, tag equals wither, run kill at E, name equals netherite sword, R equals 2. So if I drop the sword, it's going to detect it, it's going to summon in that armor stand named skull, and it's going to get rid of the sword that I dropped. Then of course, since I have it with a replace item command, the sword is going to come right back. This here, repeating unconditional always active, slash enchant at A, tag equals wither, has item, item equals netherite sword, location equals slot.weapon.main hand, sharpness 5. So every time my sword gets replaced, this command should enchant that sword again with sharpness 5. You'll see down below if I switch to the sword, it has sharpness 5. I could drop the sword, shoot my projectile, and it would again have sharpness once it was done. Now this one here, repeating, always active, slash replace item entity at E, name equals skull, slot.armor.head, 0 keep skull 1 1. Make sure you have 1 1 after the skull. The first one is just about the quantity. Obviously you only want to put 1 item there, but the next one changes it from a regular skeleton skull to a wither skull. And then here, repeat unconditional always active, slash effect at E, name equals skull, invisibility 1 1 true. So now the armor stand is invisible and it's wearing a wither skull. You see where I'm going with this now? So we're going to move on to this part, and this is actually going to be what makes the skull shoot forward. We're going to get into a couple different variables, but it's all going to make sense and I'll take you through it. Repeat, unconditional, always active, slash execute as at E, name equals skull, at S. Rotated as at A, tag equals wither. So we're executing as and at the armor stand with the skull on it. But we're going to be rotating as the player with the wither tag. So where you're looking, it should look. Run TP at S, caret, 2, facing caret, 5, true. So now, with it looking in the same direction as us, we're going to run teleport, and we're going to take that armor stand, which is at S, we're going to shoot it forward 2 blocks every time the command block runs, and it's always going to be facing 5 blocks forward in the direction that we're facing. So this will shoot in the direction that your camera is facing. Here, I can show you. Nice. Now, when that runs, which means that the armor stand is shooting forward, this comparator powers a sticky piston, and I have a redstone block here. So when it's powered, the redstone block's out here and it's not doing anything. But you'll notice at the end of this command, I have true. That means that if the armor stand hits something and it can't continue, it won't be able to continue flying forward. It does not go through objects or blocks or anything like that. So if it hits something, that redstone block is going to come back and then it's going to run this line. This one here is an impulse, unconditional, needs redstone command block. Slash execute at E, name equals skull, run summon, TNT minecart, caret, -1, 0 0, Minecraft, and then a colon, on instant prime. So at the armor stand's position, this will summon in a primed minecart, which is something that instantly explodes. And then the next one here, chain conditional always active, slash kill at E, name equals skull. Just to make sure the armor stand is dead, usually the TNT minecart does the trick. And now here, I have another repeating command block. Repeat, unconditional, always active, slash test4 at A, tag equals wither. So this checks for somebody to be in the game with the wither tag. This is for your flight ability. When it detects somebody with the wither tag, it pushes the redstone block forward. Got a sticky piston here. And this one here, impulse unconditional, needs redstone. Now you'll see this one is the ability command. This will only work if you have Education Edition on. So if you don't have it on in your game, exit out of your game, save and quit, and go to the world selection menu. Then go to the settings for the world, and you can choose to turn it on there. You can't turn it on when you're in the game. You have to back out to the world selection menu. But what this command block is going to be is slash ability at A, tag equals wither. Mayfly true. So every time I join in, if I have the tag, or when I give myself the tag, it's going to give me the ability to fly in survival mode. Alright, then we're almost done. Got a little bit more. repeating unconditional, always active, slash execute at A, tag equals wither, run kill. At E, name equals, and let me capitalize skull, RM equals 70. So what this is going to do is it's going to execute at our position, but it's only going to kill skull if it gets more than 70 blocks away. Entities don't get loaded at a certain point, so your entity will just sit there, and then if I run another command that's involving that entity, it can teleport it to the other one, and then I've got multiple entities being commanded, and a lot of bad things can happen. So it's just cleaning it up in case you miss something. Like if I yeet a skull up in the air out this way, once it gets to a certain point, it explodes. And then here, repeat unconditional, always active, slash execute at E, name equals skull, if entity, at E, tag equals exclamation point wither, name equals exclamation point skull, R equals 4. So we're executing at the armor stand that we're shooting, at that position. And it's looking for an entity to get within a radius of 4 blocks that's not the player tagged with wither, and that's not itself. Then, if it detects an entity, it's going to run summon TNT minecart, caret, 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 -1, 0, 0, Minecraft, : instant prime. So if it hits something, it'll explode. If it gets close to an entity, it'll explode. If it gets too far away, it'll explode. Chain conditional, always active, again, slash kill at E, name equals skull. Just in case the TNT doesn't do it, we want to get rid of it. Don't want extra armor stands. And then this one here, repeating unconditional, always active, slash execute at E, name equals skull, run play sound, mob.wither.shoot, at A, R equals 20. That is the noise that the wither makes when it shoots the skull, so when I drop my sword, you hear that it makes the same hissing sound that the wither makes when it shoots it at you. Did you know I have a warden build as well? You can use the warden sonic boom ability. This is Browncoat67. I'll catch you next time.